You're listening to Redvolution Rampage, the hottest Carolina Hurricanes podcast. I'm Omar.
I'm Kyle.
And I'm Zach.
I'm Amanda.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Hey, I'm new.
We got a new one.
We got a live one, folks.
Got some estrogen in here.
Oh, yeah.
Get some diversity in the opinions of this podcast. I think it's more than welcome.
It's going to be fun with 4 people here.
Let's see how long this lasts. Right, Kyle?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Well, let's jump into this right after this. Breaking out the bear.
Alright. Kill me,
Worried
Kyle.
about my eyes.
Perfect timing. Well, we have a roster,
We do.
and there were some surprises. I'm surprised.
I'm not. I mean, let's think about it. Like, people who made the cut, right? Warren Fogle, he definitely earned it. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
Yeah, he
That
did.
I don't think he's going to find himself in Charlotte anytime soon, anytime ever, in my humble opinion.
No. And Zekov. I mean,
Zekov
Well,
was
Zekov's
was
got a
guaranteed
one-way.
to stay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zekov's got a one-way.
yeah. Well, we all knew that was going to happen after last season.
Yeah.
I'm-
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Feel free to jump in
No,
anytime.
I mean, I'm happy about that. I'm happy. I was a little surprised at the first line for the opening game.
Yeah, Fogle. Wasn't that Fogle? Furland making the first line was an interesting decision.
Yeah.
I personally would have liked to seen either Svech or maybe even Zekov or Fogle. One of those three, really, to make that first line.
But you can't stack the lines. I mean,
True.
well, you know,
I mean,
our
we
lines are
don't
pretty stacked.
actually have a fourth line. We have line 1, line 2, and then 3A and 3B.
Yeah. There's no.
Yeah.
There's, our lines are pretty solid.
There is one line I really just want to see because of the name. I want to see Walmart, Teravainen, and Fogle on a line. The WTF line.
There we go.
Or Furland, whatever you want to pick.
Hey, we have options.
If we bring Lennon in from up from Charlotte,
Yeah.
we put him on the line with Aho and Teravainen, and you call it the finish line.
The finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the North Carolina Courage wouldn't like that. They don't like finish lines because they have no finish line.
Ooh.
I'm not following.
If you guys haven't paid attention to soccer in North Carolina, the Carolina Courage, North Carolina Courage, they won National Women's Soccer League, I believe it was a few weeks ago, and that means they've won 3 championships in one season. 3.
Way to go.
Yeah, girls.
Go, girl.
Now the guys need to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen this year. Everything is pointing towards that way. I mean, there's been a tenacity that we haven't seen before. And it starts from everything, from shoving to pushing to shoving to just to get to the net. There's a lot more grit, per se, more physicality.
Yeah, and that came full circle during the Kodiak Carnival, the free game. Oh my goodness, I have never seen a preseason game being so dang violent.
That was.
It was out of control.
It was awesome to watch.
It was
awesome.
great.
It was
Oh,
great.
man.
Although I'm not so happy about PK trying to sucker punch Aho like that.
Yeah.
I was crushed.
Or taking a knee to freaking Teravainen. Although,
Yeah.
Or trying to go after our boy Mentor.
Yeah.
Well,
Mentor.
that happened after
Yeah.
Furland stood up and said, "You know what? Come here, boy. I had enough of you."
I don't care. You do not mess with our boy Mentor. Leave him alone.
He's so
No,
innocent.
That video
Poor
of
PK.
Furland and PK going there. And you see how Furland's like calm. He's just cleaning his thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And PK just is animated as well. PK is.
PK is.
Yeah.
If you want to see that video, we have it on our Twitter. Take a careful look at this guy just right behind PK. He's staring at him the whole time. That guy needs to be photoshopped in like every picture the Caves do this year.
I've seen someone on Reddit. I've seen this. They photoshopped that guy's picture face with PK into the NHL 18 cover.
Yeah, I
Oh
saw that.
yeah, I saw that.
That had to be some of the greatest, like, it's shitty Photoshop, but it's amazing product.
It's amazing no matter what, because it's meme heaven.
Oh yeah, no, the Furlan memes came out heavy. I mean, I should
Very.
know I made like all of them.
You made quite a few.
If anybody out there listens to our podcast on Twitter or on Reddit, Omar here is the meme king.
And he was
It's
the face of the hurricane.
Actually, it's called a
for, little
memeologist.
day.
Thank you.
Memeologist. I like it.
As long as it's not meteorologist, I don't care.
No, it's definitely memeologist. I have a degree in everything.
Mentor came up to us after the game and he told my daughter, he's like, PK taught me some new words.
Were
I
they
expanded my vocabulary.
were they in French?
Right.
I can now speak 3 languages.
Well, here's my opinion on the whole PK thing.
This is gonna be good, folks.
Okay, so, all right, diehard Canes fan, number 1. But I'm also a big PK fan. I love what he does with the kids. You know, he's got the wing of the hospital in Toronto, and he does a lot of work with the kids. And I like his flamboyant personality.
Oh yeah.
We need
And-
more of that in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, and I love the Subban family. Period. I got to meet his dad, Carl, last season, and he was surprised I knew who he was. But he was a great guy. He was very nice, and I got to meet PK last year, and everybody was really sweet. So you know, the Canes Carnival, it was free. So you know, the season ticket, I got in there, made
With
a
some effort.
beeline. Yeah. Made a beeline to 125 because we wanted to be right there where PK and everybody comes in and get fist bumps and everything. And so we were really happy we were right there. And so the whole sucker punch thing happened right in front of us. We were in the second row. And, you know, he came around the first time and tried to get Aho. And he got him a little bit, but it didn't really land
I was
really
skating
well.
circles around him,
Right. So then
as Aho does.
they
he
they went
skates
around
circles
again,
everyone.
and maybe 5 minutes later, and that's when he landed the big one and knocked Aho over. And the look on poor Aho's face was just like, "What the hell, dude?"
What
And
did I
was
do
just
to
like-
you?
I was just like, "Okay, this was a not provoked punch. It's hockey. I get it. You know,
I mean,
whatever."
He came
But
in.
it wasn't
for
his.
the kill
It
on
wasn't
Aho
provo-
provoked
right.
it by
Yeah.
skating circles around him. How dare he?
I mean, it was a total sucker punch. It happened right in front of me,
It
and
was a single glove punch.
I'm sitting there like, I feel like a disappointed mother because I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm looking at my daughter who, you know, if a 6-year-old can be in love with a man, she is in love with Aho. Everybody knows Rayla loves
I think I know where this is going.
I think most.
Right,
of the-
6-year-old girls
Yeah.
love Aho.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some like 30 and 40-year-old girls
Yeah,
too.
Right,
exactly,
right.
yeah. You see some of the Twitter handles.
You know,
yeah.
Oh,
she
yeah.
sees him, she hugs him, and you know, and so, and then PK's like her number 2 guy, and this happened right in front of her, and I'm looking at her
They're
like,
fighting for her love. Let's be honest.
my God.
no.
But I was really disappointed in PK, and I'm like, I don't know how to feel
Well,
about
and
Here's the
this.
thing. Here's my relationship with PK. I love PK off the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Off the ice, PK is amazing. I went down to the All-Star game
Totally agree.
last year. He hosted the All-Star festivities per se.
He brought it
I
to
ran
life.
into him. He didn't have much to talk, but he kind of waved at me and left. And then he also, you know, he's got this personalities. He wears the big hats.
Right.
It's amazing. Right?
I feel like Cam.
And then on
I
the
feel like
ice,
Cam Newton
he's
copied
kind
his
of.
personality a little bit.
But then on the ice, he acts like a fool sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He
I
loses
mean, he
his
knows
cool.
he's
True.
really good. He knows.
At least he's
That's
not
the-
full Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the whole chippiness about that whole game, it wasn't just PK. It was the whole dang game.
No, they
Like,
were
everybody.
everyone
They
was
were-
on top of everyone else.
they were coming
And
after the
immediately
Canes.
after that game, everybody was like, "This needs to be a rivalry now."
Oh, it does.
Right.
Well, and
Oh, definitely.
we-
If they don't cash in on this, what
the
are we
Canes
doing?
had just beat them like last week,
Well,
so
and
maybe it was
the other
kind of
thing.
like
If
a
you look
revenge
at it,
kind of
they
thing.
were really going after our new guys.
That is
Yes.
true.
They
Oh,
were
yeah.
going
Yeah.
after them.
And not just our new guys, our good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But also
not just the Predators. the
Also
refs
in that
also.
game, we did suffer
Yeah.
a little bit of a setback. Darling did get hurt with a little bit of a hamstring issue. It is official. He will be out for a few weeks. I saw him the other day. He's walking around. He has a brace on his knee. He seems fine. He's in high spirits. It's just precautionary. The MRI said nothing. So now it's a matter of what's going to happen during the time off, and then we picked up Curtis McElhaney off waivers, and he performed.
I'm amazed by McElhaney, and because how old is he? He's in his 30s.
I want to say he's 30-something, but he did really well with Toronto last
He did an
year,
excellent job.
and we'll talk
Well,
more.
not well enough to not be put on waivers.
That is true. But we'll
Thank
talk
you.
more. We'll talk
For
more.
now.
We'll talk more about the regular season games in just a little bit. Before we do that, let's talk about that big news that came out earlier this week with the high possibility of Carter Finley Stadium actually hosting a outdoor game for us. We've been yelling for this for how many years now, and it's finally almost there.
It was 1 year.
No. It's been long before
I'm kidding.
that. But
Yeah.
last season, Tom Dundon was like, "Hey, we can
Right,
get an
and here's
outdoor
the
game.
thing.
What's
And
up?"
what I like this goes back on Dundon, right? Dundon's been fighting for the stuff that Carmanos gave up on, or maybe never even cared
Gave up,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or I mean, Carmanos was done with this team as soon as he won this cup and got his face in the Hall of Fame. And he's like, all right,
Yep.
you know,
I'm
what?
done.
Yeah, I achieved all my hockey goals in life.
Which sucks
Right.
because before the cup, like, everything was awesome. The Canes had it.
Right, everything
And you
came
just like,
after the
I
cup, and
peaked,
it's just
I'm
like,
done.
Pretty
yeah.
much.
And here's the thing. So, the on ice. I mean, the Canes have been profitable for a while, and this is where it's interesting, right? Sure, attendance has been terrible. Sure, the on ice performance has been terrible. However, the team has been profitable, which means that there's money not being spent. When Dundon took over, he recognized that. And what is the thing he's done the most over this offseason? Even though Canadian media will tell you otherwise, he has been spending money.
Oh yeah,
Lots of money.
Listen to the person who actually works in that arena. He has been busting his butt. He has been there almost every other week the entire off season. He wasn't really micromanaging, but he was making sure projects got done,
Yeah.
and they have.
And that's what they needed.
And
They need
not
somebody
only
that's
that
going to make
projects
it
got
happen.
done, they got initiated to begin with.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
how
I mean,
bad
he
was
did-
that locker room that it needed
Oh,
an adjustment?
massive.
I mean, this
They
this
did
arena used
fail
to
with
be
the scoreboard. They did fail with the scoreboard,
Well,
but that
no,
can
they
wait.
didn't fail.
That was-
They got delayed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a delayment due to the chair.
The Centennial
Okay.
Authority.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Centennial
but
40 now.
that will be coming. That will be coming next year.
Well, at some point. We don't know next year, but we'll see.
It's due for a replacement next year.
You know what else he's doing? He's bringing in more money by using something that Carmanos refuses to use. The Whalers logo.
Oh, the green jersey is back, and I've heard so many mixed feelings about it. A lot of people were like, this is an idiotic move for the Hurricanes to embrace their past. I actually like it, but I'm also hearing a lot of people bickering over why do we not bring back the blue jersey. I'm like, because the green one looks better. It just looks better.
So
They're
here's
both
here's
ugly,
here's,
but-
here's what I got to say about that.
The green one looks better. I'm sorry. If I had to pick out of
Yeah.
the two, the green one looks better.
Okay, I can agree with you there.
So here's the issue with here's the both sides of this, right? First side is, are we stoking the flames of Hartford, right? Are we saying to them, hey, there's a chance for us to come back to you? And they're like, yeah. Except let's be honest here, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
They have the Hartford. Was it the Wolf Pack? No,
It is the Wolf Pack, yeah.
Yeah, the Wolf Pack. They're not selling tickets there.
Yeah.
Okay.
An
what
AHL
about-
team is not selling out that building.
No, not
So
by any means.
what makes them think that they can sell in NHL?
And the NHL, they're not even gonna go back to the XL Center in Hartford because it's not an NHL arena. It never really was. I mean,
No.
check out what the Islanders and how they had to leave Nassau Coliseum because the NHL determined that it was not an NHL arena anymore. Even though this year they have to split with Nassau and Barclays until their new arena in Belmont is finished, which I have no idea when the heck that's supposed to happen. I think it's like 2022, but that's still way off.
All right, so here's
Yeah.
the other side of this conversation, right? Where are we just doing this to spite Hartford? Is this a slap in the face
No.
to them?
No,
Because
we're not doing that.
Because here's the thing.
Well, they think
Usually,
we are.
okay, so yeah, they think we are, and here's the thing, right? So when it comes to the Hurricanes, right, a lot of people see them as a completely different franchise from the Whalers, and to a point, Carmanos made it so, because he unretired numbers. So what's hanging in the rafters in Hartford is completely different from what's hanging in the rafters in PNC.
Yeah. Well, there is one jersey two jerseys. There's one that never got put out again, and that was Gordie Howe. No one has ever won number 9. They just never put it up. And what was the other one?
No,
It's just one. It's Gordie Howe.
It was just Gordie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other one that they semi-retired is Wasachek's number. Because after he died in the tragic plane crash with Locomotive, they just decided that nobody was going to wear his number ever again. And I don't remember what his number was. Anybody remember?
It's look-upable.
Yes, it is. It is look-upable, but they semi-retired it. They never put it up in the rafters, and that's one thing that teams do is they retire numbers. They just don't put them in the rafters.
Right. So it's like unofficially retired to a degree, but here's the thing though, when the move happened, Hermanos cut all ties. It was like a bitter divorce. On that high note,
I have
In
no
the
opinion
rafters?
about it.
It's in the rafters.
I'm not really a big fan of this whole Whalers thing. Granted, I came into the scene after all of that, but I'm just not a big fan of it, and I feel like it's a money grab. I'm sorry, but
no, definitely is a money grab. But
but
here's the thing though,
guess
it's
what?
money
Dundon's a
for
businessman.
us. He's a businessman first, right? But he's a businessman who wins at business. He's not in it to make a profit. He's in it to win it. There's a difference. So the person who's in it to make a profit cuts expenses. That's a Carmanos, because Carmanos made a profit.
A lot.
He made a ton of
huge
profit. That's a profit maker.
Especially in 2009.
Right. Dundon is a winner.
right.
So he wants to win. That means using every available asset to produce, and that means spending money on assets. And here's the thing. So we've co-owned the Whalers logos and all their stuff with the NHL for a while. Ever since he came in, we're starting to bring that back a little bit. I think 1 or 2 games, harmless, especially since their games against Boston. Since their games against Boston, let's start.
Oh, they absolutely hated each other back then.
Yeah, and here's the thing though.
yeah.
So here's the thing though. What's funny is most of what would have been Hartford fans later are now Boston fans.
Yeah, and they're still talking shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. We're gonna make them go fight each other and figure it out.
Yeah.
Are you now? You gotta
heck.
really decide. Are you a Hartford Hallback or are you a Bruins fan?
Yeah. I mean, heck, when they announced this whole thing was happening, how many people were doing Twitter posts at us getting in fights? It was like
Twitter
every,
was on
loaded.
fire.
Yeah, it was like every
Facebook
other
was on fire. Social media was on
Yeah.
fire.
Like it divided the community, not only with Hartford fans and Boston fans.
But Carolina fans.
It divided the NHL community as a whole.
But here's the thing though, it got people talking about us.
That's
It's one of
true.
those. It's one of those things where it's like you're the worst pirate I've ever heard of, but you have heard of me.
Right.
Thank you, Jack Sparrow.
But
Okay,
yeah,
but-
it's all about getting the name and the brand out there,
Yeah,
and that's
it
what
really
we
is.
just did.
And that's what Dunn is talking about. He says that the team has been hidden in obscurity for so many years, and he's not about. It's not about winning now. It's about winning forever.
Yeah.
It's not about just winning one fight. It's about winning all of them.
I can see that. I mean, I listen to NHL Network in my car often, and hardly do I hear about the Canes.
Thank you,
mean,
XM.
That's
Oh, yeah.
you know, and that's fine, but Dundon is here for the long run,
right.
not
And
the battle.
he's putting a
It's-
face on it. And I
Yeah,
like
for
it.
everyone listening in Hartford, or like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring him back, or anyone in Dallas, or God forbid, in the horrible place known as Quebec,
Houston.
or Houston, whatever, thinking that Dunn gonna move the team. Even if Dunn wanted to move the team, he can't for another 7 years. Even if he wanted to. But here's the thing.
He doesn't want
think
to.
about
he
think
will
about
cheer
who-
for Seattle to get that franchise, though.
think about if you think about how Dunn operates. He's not going to invest in something if his long-term goal is one thing. He's not going to put other things
Right.
in motion just because.
I can see that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
everything that he's doing now just is evidence to speak that this team is not moving.
There is no way. No way. The way that fan support just in 2 games has skyrocketed, it's never going to
It's
move.
a single game
I
so
mean,
far, home game in the regular
Yeah.
season.
Well, I mean, look at the preseason games, but like, there
No,
wasn't,
I'm
like, the
talking
greatest
like the
show up there,
ratings
but-
last night just for that game. For Hurricanes fans, it was a lot
there were
higher.
a ton of fans in Columbus too.
Yeah.
There were.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah, and the
was
thing is,
good.
like, I think we're gonna see a lot more of that. I think because here's the thing though, Raleigh has money.
You think?
Yeah, it's like one of the
We're in
biggest
the we're in the
tech
fight.
industries
We're in the
there
fight
is.
to get not only
Yeah.
Amazon as
Apple.
a hub, as HQ2. We're fighting for Apple. There's a bunch of tech companies. Cree, they're opening up another facility in the research Triangle Park. There's a lot of things coming our way. A lot of money pouring in, and it is looking
a lot
great in the
more
area.
money.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying
More money.
And
is
a
that
lot of
there's
people
no reason
from
for
other places.
yeah.
It's a
There's
big,
no reason for
you know,
corporate
town of
support
other
not to
people.
happen.
Not only that, I was saying there's no reason for Canes fans not to travel as well as I don't know, New York fans.
So
Yeah.
well, okay, all right. I will say that like the biggest set of people in this area are from New York because IBM came
Omar.
down here, and that's why my family came down to North Carolina is because of
Don't
IBM.
shame me.
Right.
Because they worked for IBM in Endicott, New York, and they moved down because that's where the job was.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these people were Islanders fans, you know, Rangers fans.
Rangers-
but if
the
you
Rangers.
like, we were all at the game,
As
and guess what?
They always
The
buy that
Islanders-
one corner. They always
Yeah,
buy that one
but guess
corner.
what?
they
But
buy
guess
that
what?
whole corner.
There were not as many Islanders fans in the arena.
Well, it is opening
as,
night.
as the last time.
It is
we were
opening
there.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, last time
But-
we were
oh,
there,
well-
that was an
oh, that was
interesting
rough.
game.
Now we'll see on Sunday what happens when the Rangers come to town. But
yeah, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. For some reason, Islanders fans always piss me off more than Rangers fans.
Maybe
for
it's
some
that
reason,
yes
Rangers
chant.
fans are.
Maybe it has to.
maybe it's that yes chant.
No. Look. I've never been. I am from New York, right? I'm a Yankee fan. I'm a Giants fan. However, I've never been to a Ranger game that's not been played in PNC.
That's because Madison Square Garden tickets are expensive.
Yeah, I don't associate or feel any camaraderie
Yeah, I
with
would
the
prefer to
Madison
pay
Square
my
Garden
mortgage.
goers,
Right.
Yeah.
or food.
yeah, but
Basic
go-
life necessities.
Yeah.
yeah. But there's a lot of things going on in PNC that I'm really liking, and now like one of the teams that I absolutely hated coming in last year was Philadelphia, especially after they won the
Oh.
Super Bowl. And Philadelphia fans, they made me laugh this week or the last few weeks
Yeah, I was gonna
because
say
of their
the last
dang
few-
mascot.
Hey, it's a perfect personification
gritty.
of a Philly fan.
Yeah, let's.
Thank
let's be
you,
real.
Gritty. What the heck are you with your
It is a
Google
monster.
eyes?
It's
It's
a
the
monster
thing
that,
that
was
haunts
found
kids.
underneath the arena that's been living there since the
my
dawn of
God.
time. Apparently, its father was a bully, or a regular Philadelphia dad.
What?
Eh,
What? All I care is I would have been fine with the design of the mascot the way it was until the dang Google eyes.
Gonna say
Oh,
that
that
too.
makes
The googly
it
eyes
that
are so
makes
fun.
it even.
It
It's
makes
a
it-
Muppet. It's a Muppet on heroin.
It does
deranged
look like something
Muppet.
off of Sesame
If you
Street,
ta-
and
if
then
you
you
take
add
Rocky-
the googly eyes, and it's scary.
If
I
you
don't
t-
understand.
if you took Rocky from SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick's Pet Rock, and combined it with the Philly Fanatic, that's what you get.
well, that's
Well,
the
we
thing
need to
with-
get the orange
Philly
in there
is not
somehow.
real
It
good.
probably
When it
the
comes
kid
to
of the
mascots.
Add Garfield.
Okay. In the
I
short
hate
time
Mondays.
in the short time of this thing's existence, though, it has done one thing.
Memes.
No,
It's
no,
been
no.
talked about.
It's
Nothing's
not
like
been
not
one
being
thing
talked
that
about.
I do appreciate. It's threatened to kill the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Okay,
Hey, I like
respect
the
that.
penguin. I like that mascot.
No, I mean, okay, so
have
during
no
so
respect for
so
Also, I like penguins. Why would you want to kill a
All right,
penguin?
remember when in On Ice debut where he kept slipping
Yeah.
on the ice? So Pittsburgh took that video and said, "LOL, okay." To which Grady replied, "Sleep with one eye open tonight, bird."
Hey,
He'll
they
come out
need.
from under the
Wait,
bed.
which bird are they talking about? There's two birds in Pittsburgh.
The bird, because mine, it's the penguin.
You have the penguin, and then you have the pirate mascot.
Is it also a bird?
It's a bird
Why?
because Polly.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
that's
start on the
right.
pirate show.
So what you're telling me is a mascot in dressed as like Blackbeard is still open on the market for us to take.
Pretty much. Hintity, hint, hint, Dundon.
I mean,
I mean, do we really need a second mascot though? We tried that last year.
Oh, that was a
Yeah, but if
disaster.
we can we hire the pirate from East
crashing and burning
Carolina?
pretty fast.
Can we hire the
Here's
pirate from East
Caroline,
Carolina?
and
Could
you're
we?
never gonna see her again.
Hey, I feel like it'd be better if we could hire the pirate from East Carolina and dress him up in red and black. Not for every game, just for the homegrown games.
Or the college color nights.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we need.
Speaking
all
of
the
which, there's a
mascots
lot
there.
more of them this year.
There's like 7 compared to just 4 last year.
Yeah.
But
Well,
can
no,
you
there's
get
like
the hats
8. There's like
without
9 of
buying?
them.
Is it 9? Okay.
It's like 9.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to go through the schools real quick. UNC, Duke, State,
That's it. All right, that's
UNCW,
Right.
UNCG.
Sounds
App
like a whole
State.
bunch of different UNCs.
Yeah, there really is. There was a couple of schools that I'm really disappointed that weren't on the list. One was Western Carolina. Like, if you have App State, why is Western Carolina not on the
That's
list?
a good
I
point.
think we
Western
just like
Pig.
pull them in. Like,
Yeah.
With App State.
The other one
right
is
there.
like, if they're gonna do like UNCW or something like that, why not pick like North Carolina Central or North Carolina A&T?
Those would be good. I'd like to see Central. it's
Other
right
than
here.
that,
Yeah, it's right. in
other than
Durham.
that, I mean, you could do like a night where it's just all Raleigh schools, so like Shaw,
Yeah.
St. Aug, all that.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
like
good.
I mean, these are good ideas. Kane's marketing, hire me. I have good ideas.
And you're in house.
Yeah, I'm in house.
Literally.
I'm already there.
Literally, you just have to change your job title.
Or you can hire me because I've got a lot more marketing potential.
Jokes on you.
Hire the
You
whole
can't get hired.
podcast. Just
There you go.
just
2
hire
years.
the whole
Your
podcast.
We can be your promo team.
Yeah, hire
Boom.
us. Hire us. We love King Cast, but we want to take their jobs.
Yeah, no offense, Mike and Mike.
We love you guys.
We love you guys, but come on, we're coming for you.
My only issue with the hats last year, with the whole Canes colors hats, or team, what do you call it? College colors.
Yeah,
What?
college rush. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, since I have season tickets, am I able to just buy the hat? And they said no,
Yeah.
it had to come with the package. You had to get the package
it
with
was
the
weird.
tickets
I
and
didn't
the
like
hat.
that
and you
very
did-
much.
So I'm hoping that maybe this year
I think-
that's different.
I have a feeling that they're gonna try and work that one out because there were a lot of people on Twitter that were reaching out to the Hurricane saying, "Hey, like I'm a season ticket member. Like, why can't I buy this?
Why can't I
Like,
buy the hat?"
This is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, come on."
Yeah, I mean, what if I bought tickets already because I'm super excited to go
There
to
you
this
go.
game,
Yeah.
Or you're
and
a
I
season
didn't,
ticket
and
member.
yeah,
But you didn't get the package.
I didn't get the package.
Right.
Or if you're a season ticket member, be like, here, cut your
You should
like
get a
10
hat anyway.
Yeah.
here, cut your $10 loss. What's your team? Like, here you go.
Yeah,
that-
I mean,
that's
you know,
entirely
the
true.
amount
And
you
then you
spend
get-
on season tickets.
Then you get the one for the whole.
I think we're
College
gonna
Rush.
see a lot more change in that with
Yeah.
with this new front office.
I mean, we've already
Yeah.
seen a ton of changes.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
did.
Yeah.
the 5K this year was
Fun.
so much better. The
Amanda,
opening
you're doing it with
the-
us next year.
Yes,
Oh yeah, sure.
You too, Kyle.
I'll do it. I'm on it.
the preseason
I was away.
games. The preseason games were
It might take me
well
3 hours,
played
but
out.
I'll be there. I'm sorry.
I mean, the first night was amazing. The towels were not super impressive. They really weren't.
They were not, but we need to do stuff like that on the regular.
Yeah, my
Yes.
wife really loved it. She loved spinning that talent, hitting me in the face over and over again.
Hey, you
You
caught
deserve it.
Hey, you caught a parachute. You deserve it.
Yeah, you did catch one of those parachutes.
At least they
What
didn't
was
make
in it? What
At
was
least they
in
didn't make
that?
you put it
a,
away.
It was a
right?
white T-shirt that said "Take warning." So that
Oh,
was
so it's
pretty
the
cool.
towel and shirt form.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
so I brought my
Could you wear it?
take warning
Yeah, I would wear
flag
it.
with me, and they made me put it down like. And I was just like, I want to cheer. It's like, oh, then you can pull it up. It's like that's gonna hit more people if I just had it up.
Don't worry, we have part 2 coming.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you should just sit on the aisle.
I really think
Maybe I
somebody
just sit on the
complained.
aisle, and then whenever he comes over,
Yeah.
hit him
Hey,
with it.
I sit on the aisle with my tickets. I'll do it. When
Yeah,
I'm
I just think
actually
somebody
able to
complained maybe they couldn't
watch.
see or
Yeah.
something.
All right, so let's just break down the first game because we're like almost a half hour into this.
Hey, it's good.
Indeed.
good.
So, for Mrazek was in net. I had to remember who his
And he
name was.
sat.
Can
He
we-
sat
alright,
on his
alright.
head
Before-
the whole game. He
Before
was
we get
great.
there, can we
He
talk about
was.
can we talk about the opening and like bringing the team out?
Yeah.
And,
Like, it
yeah,
was
and the one
under-
thing they did was
Yeah,
is,
I was
is
under
that there was
impressed,
strong leadership.
Yeah.
Williams took full leadership of that group. With the whole in the end, they brought sticks up. They greeted the crowd,
Absolutely.
and Williams.
that
He
was
told
the
them
best
to.
part.
Williams
that
got
was
an
Williams-
ovation that was
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, Williams got an ovation. A lot of people got an ovation. Furlan got an ovation.
Oh yeah.
Because we like he
Uh-oh.
punched PK in the face.
Right.
Or at least he tried. PK, skirted away.
And you know,
More on that later.
Brendan Moore got an ovation. What I thought
Yeah,
was
he
did.
very,
Yeah.
very cool of all of it.
Okay, let's be honest here. These
his name's in
players,
the Raptors. Why wouldn't he?
yeah, these players would die for Brendan Moore.
They
This
really would.
group would
And-
I mean,
do
and
more
Williams.
for Brendan Moore
And Williams.
and
Yeah,
Williams
let's talk
than
about
they would
Williams.
ever do
Absolutely.
for Bill Peters or the mess that was some weird
glad that era's
captaincy between Falk and Stahl. I like Falk. I like Stahl.
You
That-
gotta
that-
have one leader.
You
There's
gotta,
only
yeah.
one.
The
That's
And
what
I
co-captain.
think
that's what
Williams,
assistant
and I think we
captains are
called
for.
it. We called
we
it
did.
before, and it's panned out. Dundon, if you're listening to this right now, thank you.
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
And so I won't even say, you can't even say thank you to Dundon because the players are the ones who chose Williams
Well,
because he
Really
demonstrated.
did.
Players.
okay,
Yeah,
let's name them
Look at
out
him.
and thank them all individually.
But like if you think about it,
We'll have to make that a special.
Right.
Oh yeah,
we picked like he came back, and instantly he was the face of the Hurricanes. He took lead instantly.
He really was. He really was. He not only did he take control on the ice, the fans just responded to the former Hurricane Stanley Cup champion. But it wasn't really. I wouldn't say it's even that because he won the cup with the Canes. It was what he's done since he left. The
Yeah.
people knew he's a
Yeah.
3-time Stanley Cup champion. And yes, he played for the Capitals, but guess what? He did not re-sign with them. He came back to us.
he came back to us, and he did a lot more than just come back to us. He represented the best of the Carolina Hurricanes. He represented a lot of the best moments, the best efforts, and even though he rarely wore, and he did wear a letter last season when Falk got hurt. He wore an A, but before that, he was truly a de facto captain in the locker room because of his veteran experience
Not even in the locker room, on the ice.
and on the
Yeah.
ice.
Yep.
Yeah,
On the ice
Absolutely,
many
yeah.
times a game.
and he never minced words.
No.
He never minced words. He said exactly what needed to be said, and he gave whatever the effort was. He gave it its due course.
Granted, during the first game, a lot of the guys did struggle to get that puck into the net. We hit the post 5 times.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, I'm going to be 100% with
I just
the
think it's
head
Lady
coach
Luck.
with this. Yeah, I reviewed that game a little bit, right? And I
Just a
left
wee
that
bit.
game. Just a wee bit, right? Just this is me we're talking about here. Come on. I left that game with a couple thoughts, right? After I reviewed everything, went through some of the footage and everything. Done. Yes, Lady Luck played a heavy part of it, right? However, the referees, their timing on what they decided to call, what they didn't, was extremely unfavorable.
I
To
rewatched
the
that
Carolina
game
Hurricanes.
the next day. They missed somewhere between 8 and 10 calls on the Canes and on the Islanders, and they were pretty dang obvious from the TV, from watching on TV.
Okay,
But
refs
obviously
are not
on
gonna call
TV,
everything. Refs are not going to call everything.
obviously
just because
on
that would
TV are
ruin the
different.
game. We'd become the NFL.
Or it become like that Predators game.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That
Didn't have that.
isn't true.
Nope.
But either way, there were a lot of missed calls, and then when they did do some of the calls, could have been either way.
See, when you choose to
Yeah.
call a call, if it's something like super blatantly obvious that the crowd can see, call that.
Yeah, like
If
the
it's
penalty at
simple
the
stuff
end of
that-
regulation, it could have been called, but I think it was
It
a let
shouldn't
go.
Yeah, that's one of them that could have been let go.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like, hey, this game's gonna be tied. Let's go into a clean overtime. You know,
Either way, though, the fact that we even tied it that late in
grit.
the game,
That's grit. I mean, we pulled our goalie and it actually works out.
Oh,
How many times that worked?
we
in
pulled
Bill
our
Peters era?
goalie.
The
We
second-
pulled our goalie with 3 minutes left.
I turned around to
That's
the
some
people
Tracy
behind me and I
stuff
was
right
like,
there.
oh man, Bill Peters. And
Yeah, but it worked.
And then they scored and I was like,
We
it
can
actually
thank.
worked.
We need to thank Jordan Stahl's leg. On Twitter yesterday, the Canes media said that Jordan Stahl had a nasty bruise on his leg where I believe it was Hamilton hit him in the leg.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
it went in the net. So thank you, Jordan Stahl's leg, for taking one.
Hey, you know
For
what,
the team,
what
literally.
happens if you
Really?
shy away from a hit or a puck? Brendan Moore punches you.
I could see that.
Yeah, and you get one of those.
Wait,
nose
with a
bumps like
boxing
his.
glove or with a boxing glove or UFC?
Yes.
Nope, no glove. No glove.
Yeah, but I mean, a 2-1 loss in overtime, we get a point. It is disappointing to lose opening night, but we got a point, and that's one thing we didn't do a lot last year when we were down in the third period. We didn't get that nasty point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
A
fought,
lot.
they grinded, they got the point, and then the next day they came in against Columbus, who was coming in hot after beating the Rangers in their own arena, their opening night, and we embarrassed them. Okay,
They played the Rangers? I thought they had Detroit.
the first game they played Rangers.
It's
Someone look
look-upable.
this up while we talk.
It's like
I declare a review on the phone.
that's your answer to everything. It's like,
Right.
Play the Jeopardy theme song.
hey, while you're looking at
I didn't mean it figuratively.
All right, so no, go ahead.
No.
After you, you're new.
I was just filling time while he's looking that up. There was a thing during the game during the carnival. Oh, Aho was at the face-off. I don't know who was with him, but the ref went to drop the. I'm trying. I'm Jewish. I move around a lot
It's
when I
okay.
talk.
I talk
Sorry.
with my hands.
right.
Hey,
I might hit you.
I'm walking over here.
Omar keeps telling me to move up.
Yeah.
So anyway, the ref was about to drop the puck, and he stops and he looks at Aho, and Aho had the cutest 15-year-old boy. He's like, he started it, and it was hilarious. You could see everybody in my section just started laughing.
Yay.
You know, 'cause
Okay,
it was so
can we talk
funny.
about this face-off thing where they fake the puck and you're like, oh, don't move. It's like, just
Yep.
play the puck, just play it.
Just-
Drop
Right.
the damn thing.
Upon further review,
Oh, he got
the
it.
call on the ice is overruled. They played Detroit and won.
Oh, okay. I thought they
Okay.
played. Who did Rangers play?
Do I need a review again?
No. Fine.
We'll figure it
All
out.
right, so they beat Detroit. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop. All right, I mean, if they beat the Rangers, Detroit, isn't that the same thing these days?
I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the NHL. Like, as of right now, we're tied for the league lead in points.
Oh,
Well,
snap.
we'll see what happens tonight.
What do you mean what happens tonight?
We aren't
There's
playing.
some teams who are going to play their.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We
Well-
play tomorrow.
But
We
here,
do play tomorrow.
We're gonna get that
We'll
W.
take on those
Yeah.
Rangers.
them Rangers, which it'll be fun. It will be fun with the Rangers. I mean, they did kind of gut their team, but they still got Lundqvist, so we'll see.
So what? Yeah, Lundqvist has got to be the most upset.
Thank you, Austin
and
Powers.
Most angry goaltender in the league.
He must be. He has to be. He is a superstar that's
so
on
good.
the shit team.
I mean, how bad
He's
is your
not
team got to be for you guys to have to send out a letter like, my bad?
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened with Rangers fans. And guess what? It also happened. Their ticket sales increased. Their prices went up. And fans are not happy.
You know what I'm not happy about?
You mean ticket price increase, not ticket sales?
Right.
Yep, my grammar is terrible.
I don't think that's grammar.
You can't even get that one.
All right.
Come on.
Oh my god.
my biggest qualm is that the price of beer went up at the PNC Arena.
Yeah.
Slightly disappointed.
even-
Alright, but here's
even
what, have
though-
you used the grab and go yet?
Yeah, the grab and go is
so-
nice.
That was pretty cool. I
That
like
was pretty cool. That
Yeah,
was like a
but-
little shopping mart.
I only
Yeah,
buy
it's
local
a
craft
convenience
beer.
The
when I go
game
to the
day
PNC Arena.
marketplace.
Oh, they had some local beer
It's
in
awesome.
the grab and go.
Yeah,
They
but I
did.
like it when it comes out and I have magnets for my fridge.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Also new. Let's go through the things that we saw that were new at
Yeah,
PNC real
let's do
quick.
that.
First of all was the game day marketplace. It was not open the entire preseason. The first time was on opening night, and it's a nice little thing where you can go in, grab beer, grab some soda, a couple little
Snacks.
snacks.
They got healthy snacks
Frozen
in there.
cheer wine, come
They
on.
got-
Cheer
they got
wine
fro-
slushy.
That was
Hey.
fantastic.
Yeah, they have healthy snacks. They got like hummus
Yeah.
Yep.
and fruit.
I like the healthy
Uh,
somebody's-
option.
And it was
they
a
have
great
tall
spot.
boys.
Yeah.
And
And
they,
sweet
and
as
they have tall
fish.
boys.
Tall boy. But it's a nice spot to grab something, get out,
Yeah, those are
move,
healthy,
move
right?
on. The other major thing that I've heard a lot of good compliments about was hawking vendors.
Oh,
Where they came
yes.
into the bowl and they were like, get your beer,
Yeah, I
cold
didn't see
water.
that.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I saw a couple of them. Yeah.
There was people.
There will
around me
be
that
more
bought
of
stuff, yeah.
them
It's
in the
good.
future, I'm betting. But
I think
for
this
the
was a
first
test
night,
run.
yeah.
To
That's-
see
that's a
what,
great
what,
idea.
what the effort is.
Yeah,
For that.
it was a very good idea because I've seen every NHL league, every team in the NHL.
I mean, when I
Do
went
that.
to, so I Every once in a while, I go to St. Louis and I watch a Blues game over
You're
there.
about to.
Yeah, I'm about to go watch St. Louis put a hurting on Bill Peters. Anyways,
Who's that?
yeah, he
An
coaches
update
the
on-
Calgary Flame.
the
You might have
co-captain
heard of
king.
him.
An update on Bill Peters. An update on Bill Peters. He lost his season opener in classic Kane style.
I mean,
Pulled the
Bill. You mean
goalie at
Bill
40
Peters
minutes?
style?
Good point. But it's the way he ruined the Hurricanes was his style. So
Yeah.
they lost 5-2 to Vancouver.
Anyway, to get back to my point, they do have beer hawkers there, and they carry around crates, and so their hallway in St. Louis around the bowl is massive.
Yeah.
So they get up to the 200 level. You don't go upstairs. You go into the 100 level, and then you climb up from inside the bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, so their 200 level is really part of their 100, but it's still
So it's like
200.
1.5?
Yeah, 1.5, something like that. But that gives them so much room in the hall, so the ceilings are higher, and the halls is wider. So these beer guys, they have these massive like carts full of ice and beer that they lug around with them, and they'll take some in their tray and then go down into the bowl and then come back out.
Yeah, the Scottrade Center is actually a really nice building. I want to go there one day. But one thing that you always notice every time you watch a Canes away game, there's always some hawker walking around the middle bowl. Like they're holding cotton candy or they're just selling beer. You always see them. Like you just look down and you always see one.
You gotta look down though, folks. If you don't look down, you won't see them. You gotta look through and into and down in your TV.
Yeah, that 3D technology does now exist.
I think they were wearing orange.
Or is
that's
that
Bill
gritty?
Peters.
I don't know.
Hey, Gritty has Secret Service that walk around with him.
Noise.
No.
Yes.
What does he need Secret Service for?
Why
He's
is
I
Secret
don't
Service?
know.
Maybe
It's to protect people from him.
I mean, you could, right.
Maybe it's because the Philly fanatic is trying to get after him.
I don't know. They seem to be friends though, because he went to a Philly game and those two had a little dance off, which did not end in murder, surprisingly.
I bet the fanatic won.
that we know of.
That we know.
Wait, did they kill the Eagles mascot?
Gritty knows the guy.
I don't know.
Was there anything else that we saw that was new?
Effort on the ice.
Effort
Oh,
on the
well,
ice.
yeah.
There's a lot of more. There's
I
a
was
lot
talking
of
BNC
There's a
in
lot of more
general.
different food options, which me and Omar did have. We had
Yeah.
chicken and waffles.
Yeah, the new chicken and waffle thing. That's actually pretty good.
It
I
was.
wish there was a bit more of it.
Yeah,
but
but-
I'll
Okay,
take
we'll
what
take
we
what we
get.
can
or the
get.
waffles.
Is it the same as it was last season? Because I was very underimpressed with that. It was
So it wasn't
was a
much.
waffle bowl like you would do for ice
No,
cream.
it wasn't
No.
a waffle
And
ball.
some
They
chicken
actually had
nuggets.
waffle. They had like 3 pieces.
Actual
like,
waffles.
Not chicken nuggets, but like
the tenders.
like real chicken tenders.
Okay.
And then 2
Waffles.
halves of a Belgian
like real waffle. Okay.
Yeah,
See,
and then
last
you
year,
got a
I was
choice
like,
of
what
spicy
is
or
this?
sweet. And then it raises the question that blew up the internet back in a few years ago.
Gritty?
Do you like waffles? Yes, I like waffles. Do you like chicken? Yeah, I like chicken. Well, you need to buy this.
Yeah, I mean. So what else are we gonna get?
What are we gonna get? Okay, how about different beer?
Okay.
Yeah.
The beer stands I've done a lot of shuffling around. Like Deep River, they have their own stand now.
So-
Yingling is no longer available in the arena.
Which is a crime against our
That's
forefathers.
not good.
Brewprint, a brewery
Apex.
in Apex.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I know.
I went there before it like actually opened.
Yeah, so did I, because I live there. They have a permanent spot in one of the in a couple of stands. Like the beer shuffles around every year, but now it's a lot more local stuff.
So
Which is good. Which is what we want because let's be honest here, our best games have been our homegrown.
Yeah, it really has.
I think we should be going to more. I think there should be more homegrown games than what's currently on the slate.
Yeah, but still, the fact that it got renewed.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
that
like the
was a
whole-
no-brainer though.
yeah, I mean, we enjoy the posters.
Oh, you think they're right there?
For those who can't see us because you're listening on a podcast, they're to our collective right. By collective, I mean mine.
Right.
And
And there's
Yeah, 'cause
6
they're
of them.
directly behind me.
Just above them is the Victor Rass stick.
Yes, you know the one he used to have before he cut himself.
Oh.
Yeah, Victor,
Poor
please
thing.
get well.
I saw him wave the other day with one hand. I couldn't see the other one.
Yeah.
I was trying to count fingers.
They're all still there. He has this black brace on that doesn't let him really move his hand.
It's probably
Dang, how sharp was that knife?
It was probably one of those Japanese knives that cut through everything. That's not a katana, but
I was about to
still
say,
pretty close.
why are you cutting potatoes with a katana? I mean,
Well, that
Poor
does sound
guy.
like a pretty badass way to do it.
it's like,
Germans
I'm going
make
to make
better
some
knives.
sweet potatoes. Hi! Oh, there goes my
So
fingers.
is he a lefty? He cut his right hand, right?
Yeah, he's a lefty.
So he's a
As-
lefty.
Yeah, but you still
as
can't.
person by his very own stick up there, he's a lefty stick.
Oh, sorry.
You still can't really play hockey with one hand.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
really? You want
I
to
know
try?
that, but he cut his right hand, so I was just like, well, was he chopping with his left hand? So I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
if
so
it was a
he's cutting with his left hand. He's got
Right.
he's got the
Right.
potato in his right hand. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Kyle, you
Anyway.
might be up for it. You guys did try sled hockey one time, so I mean,
who cuts it? Never mind.
Yeah.
That's what cutting boards are for.
hey,
Oh, he
you
had it
take-
in his hand.
Yeah, he had the potato in his hand.
or could we
Oh.
just get a slap chop?
Oh, right.
Well, just because he shoots left doesn't mean that he is a
Yeah,
lefty.
I'm a right.
yeah.
I write
It's
right-handed.
true.
And I'm a lefty.
Yeah, me too.
And I
And
golf
my daughter
right-handed.
too. Yeah.
What's funny is I
Wow.
shoot left-handed,
Right.
but I'm a
Golf
righty.
left-handed.
Yeah.
That's because I'm a left eye dominant. So
Oh, I don't know. But my
yeah,
daughter
so
and I both
yeah,
shoot left.
for
Yeah.
for a lot of people, like
Yeah.
the hand you want to
But
use, you kind of correlated with
Either
the
way, with
eyesight.
all the
True.
nice situation, it was not pretty. But he'll get better.
He will. And I
Will
think
he
he'll
play this year? I want to say yes, but it'll be really late.
No, here's the thing. If I were the Canes, he'd probably.
Shouldn't.
Well, I wish hockey had a thing like baseball, where you get sent down to the minor leagues for rehab.
Yeah, but we don't, because if that did happen, we would send him down to the Everblades, and they're still in preseason right now.
Or here's the thing, though. Once he gets better, then like you give him a couple of meaningless, well, not meaningless to those teams, but meaningless on the NHL level, games to play in either in Florida or in Charlotte, and then kind of bring him up. But to do that, you have to put him on waivers.
Yeah. Speaking of Charlotte, they won their first game last night, 6-2 over Rochester. Good job, Checkers.
Yo, and you gotta realize that team is loaded now.
Oh, they are
Again.
They are all.
Yeah.
If they don't get to the Calder Cup finals
They
this
lost
year,
Lucas Walmark and Zekov
And they're
and
still
Vogel,
killing it.
and they're still loaded.
yeah, if they don't get to the Calder Cup finals this year, I will be very disappointed.
They have Greg McHugh.
They also have Booth and Nedeljkovic, and
Yes.
possibly McElhaney.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how that. Here's the thing,
that's why I said
think
possibly.
Yeah, I think if and when, well, more like depends on how we see. Thank you for that.
Wow, that guy had a loud muffler.
That's
Yeah.
Fayetteville. He probably had like a 14-inch lift on his truck too.
All right. Anyways,
Wow.
if and when you have to edit
It's
that
still
out.
going.
I don't want people to find out.
All right.
If and when McElhaney gets sent, he'll be put on waivers, and I think Toronto's pick him back up.
I don't want to say it's going to go back to Toronto, but
Because
somebody
if
will.
Toronto
Somebody
picks
will. I
him.
mean,
Yeah,
he's
somebody's
done
gonna pick him up.
Fantastic job.
Yeah, and here's the thing though: if Toronto picks him up, they can assign him to their AHL affiliate
Yeah.
immediately.
Also,
It's the Marlies, right?
yeah. For anybody who saw on Twitter that the first day that McElhaney was in Raleigh, he had already red and black pads. Everybody was freaking out like, oh my God, did he go out and buy pads? No, he already had them.
Those are Team Canada.
He's played for Team Canada. But his mask, to get the Kane stuff on it, we need to thank George Alves, one of the team's equipment managers, who printed him a skin to go onto his mask, and that's how he already had the Canes logo. Thank you, George Alves, and thank you, McElhaney, for thinking on your feet.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hey, George Alves is the only Canes goaltender to never get scored upon. Just saying.
That is true,
Yeah.
but he can unfortunately
Thank
he
God
can
for
never
George.
play
I
again.
love George.
Hey.
Yeah, the rules have forbade him from playing again. For everyone wondering why he didn't dress, and that's because he
Yeah.
works to meet for the Canes organization.
Yeah, the rule has always been that for emergency goaltenders, they usually are not supposed to be affiliated with the team whatsoever. And the NHL, after George Alves did the emergency goalie, they really started to enforce it. So
Because the emergency
That's
goal
a
is supposed to be
bummer.
available for both,
Both
teams.
teams.
Both
And they're not supposed to be affiliated
Yeah.
to either team.
which is what's his name for Chicago last year? what was his name? The
I can't remember.
The 30-something-year-old
wasn't he like
accountant?
a bank teller? Yeah,
Right,
he's like
yeah.
or a bank teller or something.
He was a
good.
30-something-year-old accountant, and he came in for Chicago. But in reality, in that game, he could have came in for Winnipeg too.
True.
Damn, so Minter can't play.
No,
he
he can't. No, he can't.
It'd be really hard for him to
Unless-
play and
And
all goals.
Well,
that
he-
would
like,
be
give
something
him a
to see, though.
headset.
He did do that for the alumni game. He did do that for the alumni game and got on ESPN for that.
Yeah, that's right.
Great.
Also, Mentor, if you are listening, help your boy out. I want to play in that game. Come on, help me out.
I think we all want to play in that
Right.
game.
Hey, I'm the employee here. I have the inside track.
Using your office for privileges.
Get a grip.
Pish.
Oh my god.
gosh.
I'm kidding. Let's get us all on there. I'll try that. Let's go everybody here. Everybody on the podcast.
I think that would be great.
Yeah, I'll be on the sideline cheering.
Oh, come on. Really?
Well, okay, you know what? I'll call the game since Minter's playing.
You tried slide hockey before. Try going with the alumni.
I can't skate backwards yet, fellas.
We're working on it.
All right.
Darling
Well-
is my goalie.
Yeah, he still is. He'll be back. He'll be back.
My ginger
Well,
giant.
looking on
I
to
love
the
him.
future.
Right.
The future. I have. Aha. I have here the list of upcoming games. I'm not really sure when our next track is good. Our next recording session is going to be. So I have up to 2 weeks here, and the last game is going to be a fun one. I guarantee you, it's going to be a fun game. First up, we got October 7th, which is Sunday, home against the Rangers, 5 o'clock drop.
New York Rangers.
That game, I'm not sure what to make of it, really. I haven't really seen much of the Rangers.
Here's the thing: the Rangers have been gutted.
Yeah. But they still have Lundqvist, so it's going to be hard to score.
Yeah, but you need a good offense and a defense.
I think
Yeah.
Lundqvist at this point, and freaking bring your pitchforks. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I think he's past his prime. I think he's on the downhill. I think his window for hoisting the cup again is gone. I think he's done.
Unless he leaves the Rangers.
No, I think with or without the Rangers, I think he's in that part of his career
That's a bold
where
statement.
it is. But here's the thing, though, he got pulled. How many games last season? He's got pulled out of several games last season.
Yeah, but-
he's I think he's on the downhill.
So,
That's a bold move, Cotton.
but he's on the downhill because the rest of the team in front of him is also not bringing it.
Right, but here's the thing, though, it's one of those confidence things. Like, and that team in
Yeah,
front
but
of
if
him,
you're-
in front of
exactly.
him never got any better.
Yeah.
Yeah. After Rangers come to town, next we got Vancouver in PNC on Tuesday the 9th, 7 o'clock drop.
Then less Vancouver Canucks, yeah.
Oh, come on. You got to dig that hole already.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
No, it was already dug.
I mean, they did do us a favor in destroying Bill Peters in his first game, so...
I mean, anyone could do that though.
Yeah, that is true.
Damn.
Somebody check and see if New Jersey's beating them again.
They're playing right now.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
in that
Jersey
global
and Oilers.
series.
Oh yeah, they're playing
They're in
all the way
Sweden.
across the world, in the land far, far away in Sweden.
Stay tuned for that.
Anyway, move on to the next game.
All right. After that, we go on the road. 13th of October, Saturday. We're in Minnesota to take on Eric Stahl. 6 o'clock drop.
Hey,
That'll
did
be a
you
good
wait? Edmonton lost to the Devils 5-2.
Oh, it's Edmonton.
Yeah,
Either way, most Canadian teams are not that good this year.
no. I mean, so it appears that Connor McDavid had a goal, so
Yeah.
he's doing something, but he's one of those players, just like Carlson was a great player on a shitty team.
But back to the list. We go and get the Battle of the Stahl Brothers on the 13th, Minnesota, 6 o'clock drop. That's gonna be a fun game, especially with our new style.
Yeah, it's gonna get really gritty, and then they're a gritty team as well. So fight!
No, if you want to talk about fights, that's the next game. That's the next game after that, because October 14th, Sunday, we're at the Jets in Winnipeg, 7 o'clock drop, and that's gonna be a fight.
You get to go see Patrick Lane.
Patrick Laine.
Is that gonna
And
be
is
a
Bufflin still with them? If Dustin Bufflin is still with them, I really hope Ferland gives him a PK tribute.
Well, that's what I mean. You put hands on Sveshnikov, Turbo, any of those boys. Freaking McGinn, Furlan, and Martin to show up.
Yeah.
Allow us to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, it really
we
is.
have a solid enforcing group now.
We do.
We do, which is
Our team is
exciting.
much more physical
It's
now.
Yeah.
exciting. It used to just be McGinn, but McGinn's now, and McGinn
That's what I
used
was
to,
gonna say, is
and he used to stick out like a sore thumb, right? Because he was the only one throwing stuff around. Maybe Stahl a little bit, but
Yeah.
Stahl has that glare you to death kind of look
Brock
that he gives
McGinn,
people.
Brock.
Yeah.
He laid the hammer down last night. He got a penalty for it, but he laid the hammer down last night. And then later in the game, right before the Furlan goal, which gave us the win basically, he blocked a shot that looked like it went off his wrist. And he stayed on the ice for a good 30 seconds.
Everyone said that he was hurt and then that he needed to go and get checked, but then I saw him on the ice like 10 seconds later.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. You take a freaking slap shot off of any body part, it's gonna hurt for a good minute.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
your adrenaline's rushing too, so
Well,
it'll take
you
a
could
minute to
literally
wear off.
see if you rewatch the game, that McGinn's arm is not leaving his chest. Like he just had
Yeah.
it there.
But what's the point of taking him off the ice?
Yeah.
End
Yeah.
of play.
All right, after that, we are still on the road, but at least we're on the East Coast this time as we travel to Tampa Bay on the 16th. And
Hey,
that's
we beat the
7:30
Lightning
drop.
twice. We could do it a third.
That is true.
Hey,
that is
actually,
true.
no, correction. We're on a 3-game win streak against the Lightning.
Wow, going back to last season, aren't we?
Yeah.
And then the fun game, I guaranteed you. See, there's a reason 13, 14, 16 are all on the road, and that's, of course, state fairs in town.
Right.
However, for the first time since 2002, we are actually hosting a home game during the state fair on
Ladies and
Saturday,
gentlemen.
October 20th versus Colorado, and that's a 1 o'clock drop.
Gosh, that's gonna be a madhouse.
Oh, you think?
I'm there
you think?
for it.
I'm the one who
I
actually
wanna
works
go.
there.
I'm going to go.
I'm the one who actually works there. It's going to be a logistics nightmare.
I'm going to go and make it even more
No,
of a
thank
nightmare
you.
for you.
Yes.
If you go to that game, you're gonna have to get there early to get
Oh,
parked.
I mean, I'm
it's
going
gonna
to go
be big.
there to enjoy some
The
of the
Canes
state
are
fair
actually
stuff.
encouraging people to get there early, go to the state fair, come back for the game, and then go back to the state fair.
Yeah.
That sounds like an amazing day.
That sounds like
Please and
I'm
thank
poor
you.
I mean, think about
sounds
it. Let's just think
exhausting.
about it
Sounds
real
exhausting.
quick. Let's think
yeah,
about it
but
real
you
quick.
got kids.
and my entire
Yeah.
paycheck is
So,
gone
so
in one
like I
day.
said,
Maybe-
it sounds
hey,
exhausting. Even
Don't
more
go on
exhausting
rides.
when you throw
Just
kids
don't go
in
on
there.
rides.
Yeah, I have no. Go on rides with kids, no.
No, no.
Some of those rides
Take
are a
them to
little bit
Disney.
sketchy.
Take them to Disney.
Fair-
but think about it.
Alright,
The fair's
we
cheaper.
gotta close this up. We're
Yeah, we
getting
gotta
close to
wrap.
the
We
line.
gotta wrap it up with a nice little bow, and your nice little bow is this. Andrei Shnetsikov last night got his first point, and he becomes the third youngest person in Canes history to get his first point. Jeff Skinner still holds the record.
Historic.
After that, it was a whaler all the way back
Yeah,
in
it's like-
1982. His name was. Let me get it up real quick.
Well, he gets that up.
His
folks.
name was Paul Lawless. His name was Paul Lawless.
Such an awesome last name.
Here's the thing, though. You know how much?
Paul Wallace, and I play for the Whales. Yeah.
Yeah, that was back in 1982. But here's the difference between Andre and Jeff. In age, it was only a grand total of 48 days.
Ooh.
Woof.
Yeah,
And a lot of physicality.
Jeff was 18 years old, 145 days, and Andre is 18 years old, 193 days.
Yeah, but here's one thing that Andre has that Jeff doesn't. You ready for this?
More than a one-trick
Physicality.
wonder?
Physicality.
Overall
Andre's a
play.
lot more willing to take a hit
And give a hit.
and give a hit
Oh, yeah.
than Jeff Skinner ever
Yeah.
was. And
Yeah.
and Andre's more open-minded on the defensive side of the puck. I get it. No, I'm not attacking Skinner for this. I'm just saying if you're looking at the two rookies, I think
Yeah.
one is more poised for a better career.
It really is. Well, I think that was a good episode. I really did. I think that was a great episode. What do you think?
Any last pieces of information? You know what we deserve? What this needs? Tell us more about the NWHL.
Oh,
Mm.
all right. Well, thank you.
Interesting.
Something near and dear to my heart. Tonight is their season opening game in Minnesota against the brand new NWHL team, the Minnesota Whitecaps. Of course, I'm a little biased. I am a big Riveters fan, so I'm rooting for them. But it's live streamed on Twitter. I believe it's at 6 o'clock. I think it's 5 o'clock.
Can we call Dundon and get a team?
Please listen. I will quit my job with the city and devote myself 100% Tom Dundon. I will do this.
Yay!
And I will be there.
I've seen a lot of Riveters jerseys in PNC.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of support. I think there is a market in North Carolina for a female hockey team at the professional level.
I mean, especially
yes,
there is.
I mean, look at what happened with the North Carolina Courage.
Yeah. But there are 3 junior NWHL teams in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other states have, I don't know how many teams per state, but that's a lot for North Carolina when you think about, they're not really a big hockey state.
Well,
but
if we create more noise,
really
it'll
are.
come. More noise, it'll come.
I listen to Canadian media, and they tells me North Carolina is not a hockey state, and they don't deserve to have a hockey team at all.
Okay,
Tell that
okay,
to the 3
TSN.
female teams.
Okay, TSN, calm down.
But, okay.
All right. Well, if you guys if we do go to a game, as we all have various amounts of tickets, we'll post it for there. Come say hi to us. There's a lot more events that we're gonna go around to. Always come say hi. We're very out there.
Yeah, we don't bite. I mean, not hard, anyways. I'm kidding.
If a lot of us do go to a game, like there's more than just one of us, we usually meet up in one part of the arena. We'll tell you where we're at. Come say hi. Follow us on Twitter. Anything else, and support our partners with the Red Eye Rowdies as they continue their voice in getting a soccer culture in PNC Arena.
Real Society.
And
Society.
leave comments on the podcast. Let us know what you want to hear more of. What we should
definitely.
talk
Ask
more
questions.
about.
Oh, yeah.
Questions.
We got a lot of ideas coming up that we'll ask you about more in the future, whether we should start doing YouTube videos, a couple of different things, but we want to know your opinion.
Let us know.
And so you can be, what is the the Redvolution Rampage Twitter?
At Redvolution R.
Okay, what about everybody individually? Where can they find you on Twitter?
On the Revolution R page.
All of our.
And remind me, I need to
bio.
link your handle into the bio.
Please do.
As well.
Amanda, our new hockey. I'm not gonna say
Hockey mom.
Our new hockey mom.
Yes, hockey
Our new
mom.
And
hockey
she
mom.
has been a rock star today, folks.
Aw.
Yes.
Literally a hockey mom too.
I am literally a hockey mom.
We needed some motherly affection here. We didn't have that earlier.
I gotta keep
Maybe
these boys
one-
in
She had to
line.
tame us.
Maybe one day in the future we'll bring the whole family.
All right, folks. You heard it here. You heard it first at Redvolution Rampage. Let us know what you want to hear from us. You have any questions, shoot it to us. We're also on Instagram. Hell, you might even find us on Reddit. This is it for us, guys. Till next time.